My name is Windsor Alexander. I have provided several videos identifying numerous rapes committed against me. They can be located on YouTube at Windsor 5643 or Windsor 5643 Music. This statement will not rehash the contents of previous statements, and I implore you to peruse earlier videos for any enlightenment you may need. I have come to the end of this devastating journey for justice and the prosecution of vicious serial rapists and their aiders and abettors. I have completed several criminal charging instruments called informations and will deliver a CDR containing these documents to the Chicago Police Department located at 1718 South State Street, Chicago, Illinois on Wednesday, November 28, 2007. An information on indictment is required by Illinois law in order to initiate every felony prosecution in the state. Normally, the state's attorney or the Chicago police would prepare these documents. However, the circumstances here are not normal, and a different tack had to be taken in order to assure that the prosecutions will not be derailed by, at best, those who sympathize with these feral sex offenders, or at worst, those who have been bribed by them in whatever manner to sabotage these rape prosecutions. I contend that I had to prepare these charging instruments because I have seen numerous charging instruments prepared by the state and or the Chicago police which are insufficient to properly charge an offense. That, in conjunction with the fact that some Chicago police officers attempted to murder me on April 14, 2007 in order to keep the rape prosecutions from proceeding, encouraged me to do all I could to ensure that these individuals are stopped, prosecuted, and escorted away from society for as long as possible. One way to do that is to make sure that the charging instruments contain the necessary allegations. I do not contend that these charging instruments are perfect, but that their allegations are sufficient to withstand motions to dismiss them based on failure to charge an offense. Moreover, I do not think that these charging instruments will be the ones finally offered up by the state. Nor do I intend to draft the myriad charging instruments which still must be prepared. I will leave the state to do its work. However, I want to make sure that we can monitor that process objectively, at least insofar as the adequacy of the charging instruments are concerned. The CDR I will deliver to the Chicago Police on Wednesday, November 28, 2007 will contain the following charges, which do not reflect all of the probable charges against either individual identified herein, nor do these charges indicate the charges which will be brought against individuals not identified herein. 1. The individuals known as Peanut, Antoine Doe, and Charles Hartwell are each charged with 24 counts of the Class X felony offense of aggravated criminal sexual assault, as such offense is defined in 720 ILCS 5/12-14A2 for forcing me to perform oral sex on them and for also causing me bodily harm. These offenses occurred at the Pacific Garden Mission, 646 South State Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60605 PGM, at least one time per month from June of 2005 until May of 2007. The individuals known herein as Eric Doe, Marcus Doe, Stephen Feldman, and Roger Feldman are each charged with 24 counts of the Class X felony offense of aggravated criminal sexual assault, as such offense is defined in 720 ILCS 5/12-14A2 for forcing me to perform oral sex on them and for also causing me bodily harm. These offenses occurred at the Olympia Building Corporation, 613 North Wells Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60610, at least one time per month from November of 2004 until June of 2005. The individuals known as Chicago police officers John Doe's numbers 1 through 6 are each charged with the Class X felony offense of attempted first-degree murder, as such offense is defined by 720 ILCS 5/8-4A and 720 ILCS 5/9-1A1 for attempting to carry out a premeditated murder against me on April 14, 2007. This offense occurred at the corner of State and Congress in downtown Chicago, across from the Harold Washington Library Center between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 14, 2007. The individuals known as Peanut, Antoine Doe, and Charles Hartwell are each charged with 24 counts of the Class X felony offense of aggravated criminal sexual assault, as such offense is defined in 720 ILCS 5/12-14A4 for engaging in oral sex with me when they knew that I could not knowingly consent. They had had me drugged, and for doing so during the commission of another felony, to wit, harassment of a witness, 720 ILCS 5/32-4AA2. These offenses occurred at PGM at least one time per month from June of 2005 until May of 2007. And the individuals known as Eric Doe, Marcus Doe, Stephen Feldman, and Roger Feldman are each charged with 24 counts of the Class X felony offense of aggravated criminal sexual assault, as such offense is defined in 720 ILCS 5/12-14A4 for engaging in oral sex with me when they knew that I could not knowingly consent. They had had me drugged, and for doing so during the commission of another felony, to wit, harassment of a witness, 720 ILCS 5/32-4AA2. These offenses occurred at OBC at least one time per month from November of 2004 until June of 2005. If it hasn't already been done, I will post the full text of as many of these informations as I am able to on my blog at http://windsoralexander.blogspot.com windsoralexander.blogspot.com within 48 hours. I thank you in advance for your continued concern, support, and vigilance.